Nigeria's Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Patti, has called for a gradual end to the country's dependence on foreign aid in funding its response to HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria. He spoke at an investigative hearing by the House of Representatives Committee on Infectious Diseases into over $4.6 billion in grants received from the Global Fund and USAID between 2021 and 2025. Our National Assembly correspondent, Dr. Adisa, has details.
Between 2021 and 2025, Nigeria received no less than $4.6 billion in grants from the Global Fund and the USAID to fight HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria. The House is concerned that despite the huge investments, Nigeria continues to rank among nations with the highest burden of these diseases. Lawmakers say inquiry will determine how the funds were managed and ensure that all implementing partners fully account for the resources received.
Any grants or assistance being given to us without us managing such grants is unacceptable. We must assert our capacity to take charge of our affairs, particularly in the response against HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria.
We will ensure that all proceedings are open, fair and accessible to the public with channels for citizen participation and scrutiny. Stakeholders, implementers and public officers alike must provide accurate information and explanations.
The minister views the probe as a welcome step toward transparency, accountability and domestic ownership of health programs. He says the country must take greater responsibility for financing its health priorities as donor funding declines after 2 decades of support. While he acknowledges that donor assistance has saved millions of lives through HIV, TB and malaria interventions, the minister insists Nigeria's health spending remains below the 15% Abuja declaration target. He warns that underfunding threatens sustainability.
The 20 years of global health financing that we have enjoyed as a country is coming to an end. And I think as we move forward in the next 5 years, we should expect Nigeria to exit its dependency. And this hearing is a key milestone.
The probe aims to produce an evidence-based report on how the grants were received and utilized, as well as their impact on public health, while strengthening accountability and governance in the sector. Dr. Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.